Maisie, I need to go.
These are on sale. Heading off to visit a friend. We're gonna go thrifting.
It was $1.50.
This is the way that it breaks.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I can't believe it's already Tuesday. I know it's probably a little odd, but we're getting into deep chats first thing in the video because the deep things are on my mind, and it kind of has to do with how the vlog is going to go and how the week is going to go. And I just have realized that I'm really burning the candle at both ends, and I don't like how my life feels right now. That's something that I really want to work on this week, which is why I'm telling you about it here at the start of the vlog. I very much just go, 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 go. I never feel like I'm accomplishing as much as other people might be accomplishing, and I often look at other people's lives, and not just content, but like actual lives, like people we know. I often wonder how they do it all, and I think some of that is just, you know, the reality of my life and my body versus other people's. You know, I have chronic illness, which means I have a lot less energy and capacity physically, but also there's like the neurodivergence aspect. It's just a weird place to be in, and I'm constantly exhausted and like constantly getting to the end of the day and being too exhausted to even engage in the hobbies that I like and care about. For example, my Hobonichi cousin, it's more of like a journaling, like memory keeping sort of thing, and I've barely touched it this year because I am trying very hard to treat this social media and all of the stuff that I do online like a job, and I do think that that is really serving me and helping me in some ways. To me, it's very important. Like I get that to some people it's probably frivolous and all of that, but the income for me is so incredibly important. To actually have a second income coming into our home, even though it's kind of part-time equivalent at the moment, it's like a solid part-time equivalent, and to have that coming in has been life-changing for us. We spent all of our 20s feeling like we would never amount to anything, never achieve any goals, never be able to own a home, all these things. And through my content journey and a whole bunch of other like self-development and self-discovery and all of that, I feel like we've finally gotten to a point where we're both like, actually, maybe we can own a home in the future. Maybe we can do these things. And that's really exciting, but we need income for that. And the frustrating reality that I don't like ever really talking about or confronting is that I just can't work a normal job. Between helping care for my mum and my health issues and all of that, every time that I've held a normal job, part-time or full-time, it's resulted in me ending up very, very physically burnt out and not well. That's why I've always looked for online sources of income. But the tricky thing with online income is that you really have to have a robust mindset. You have to be able to push yourself through the really hard times of rejection and fear and so many people perceiving you and judging you or feeling like they're judging you. It's all just a lot, and I know that I have really shrunk away from that and self-sabotaged a lot in the past because I've had little bits of success with other businesses that I've done in the past, and like I was a virtual assistant for a while and that was great, but I've always held my personality back and held myself back, and that's really something that you just can't do in the online space, I feel like, and in online business. All of that to say, the income is very important to me, and I take it very seriously, and I'm pushing myself very hard because I now see the potential. Every time you kind of level up, you reach a new milestone of some description, there's more like mental stuff that you've got to be like, oh my goodness, even more people are watching me now. Oh my goodness, are they all judging me? Oh my goodness, should I just like disappear tomorrow? Working very hard, but I feel a lot like recently I've been a car stuck in mud. Like I'm just spinning my wheels, not really getting anywhere is how it feels. And I don't like that. I feel like I'm always playing catch up with like life, the home and all of that, and work. And we're at a tricky point where Matt unfortunately just can't help me very much with the house and with everything to do with our lives because of his work, which is not something that I'm going to go into because that's his private stuff, but it's not a good situation at the moment, and he's barely home. Like, he's waking up at about 3:30 in the morning and he gets home at about 6. We're just dealing with some really tough circumstances, and I'm the kind of person that will take it all on myself and be like, I need to make everything perfect. I need to make sure that I'm supporting Matt as much as I possibly can. I need to make everything as good as possible. I need to do this. I need to do that. I can control everything, which I can't. And it's resulted in me being absolutely exhausted. I did just hit 50,000 followers on TikTok. I'm just under 10,000 followers on Instagram. I've started to be able to work with some brands in a really cool capacity, and that's really exciting, and I want to increase my income. But that also means being so public and vulnerable and putting yourself out there. It's just scary, honestly. It's exciting, and I chose it, obviously, and I'm not trying to make it sound like it's the hardest job in the world, but for me, with my circumstances, it does feel hard and great and amazing and rewarding. Like, I don't ever want to make it sound like it's not, because I know that I could just choose not to do it, but it's got its hard parts and I'm just not handling them very well. So anyway, I'm also trying to adjust to being out of the house more in general, which is something that I find very difficult physically. It's very taxing for me. And usually if I have to drive far away, like I'm going to a doctor's appointment for mum, for example, like a 50-minute to an hour drive there and back, and the appointment, that's kind of me done for the day. Like, honestly, capacity wise, that's kind of, I don't have a lot left on top of that. And I'm trying to maintain still seeing my friends, with being able to do that for mum, with treating this like a job. And I think I'm going too hard on everything. It's just not working. And I have to find a way to make this work as a job, but also because I love it. Like, I know that I keep saying I'm trying to treat it like a job, but that's just because I want to take it seriously and earn an income so that I can help contribute to our family. But I have been posting on social media for like 10 plus years just because I love it, just because it's fun. It's something that brings me so much joy. I love it. I keep coming back to it. Even when I've had breaks for months, I always end up coming back to it. And coming to terms with that has kind of been the thing that's made me realize, like, I'm never going to want to quit this, or at least, like, I don't see myself wanting to quit it anytime soon. Obviously, life changes, but when I've taken these breaks in the past, it's just been because I've been burnt out and exhausted, and not because I don't want to do it. And so realizing that has been really good. But now I'm just trying to figure out a way to put as much of myself into this as possible so that I feel fulfilled in it, but also so that I'm able to make an income off it and help contribute to our family. Because honestly, with all of my health stuff and how much that all costs, I've always felt like a drain and a burden on our finances, and I don't like that. So it's nice to feel like I'm contributing, but I need to figure out a way to be able to like do that in like 3.5 days a week, because of going to doctor's appointments with mum, going to my own doctor's appointments as well, because I'm going through a lot of diagnostic stuff at the moment. So yeah, I need to figure out how to make everything work in like 3.5 days, and I just don't feel capable of doing that without working into the night, and it's just not good for me. This week I'm aiming to be better, because I got to last night and I just was so tired and in so much pain, and I just don't want to feel like that every evening. I want to be able to enjoy the evening, you know? And I feel like that's okay. Like, but that's the thing. I have to actually sit here and go, that's okay. It's okay to want to get to 6 p.m. and not do anything after that and just relax. Like, that's okay. That's normal. It doesn't make me a bad person. All that kind of stuff. Like, these are the things I have to tell myself I've gotten that far into. Must be productive, must be helpful, must be doing something useful. It's not healthy. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, let's go. 'Cause baby, like, ooh, it's all another flower lay. The sun goes around the state. Can't wait for the long day. 'Cause baby, like, ooh, it's all another flower lay. The sun goes around the state. at this little munchkin with her little curled faces. Maisie, I need to go. That's my hair.
You know, sometimes it really pays to have to go for a drive, because I just remembered as I was driving and just thinking about everything that I need to make a doctor's appointment, because I was thinking I really need to book a psychologist appointment. I haven't seen my psychologist since before Christmas because of the holidays, and I just remembered that I need to get a new mental health care plan before I can go and see her, which means I need to book a doctor's appointment. Whoops. Yes. These are on sale. They're normally $10.50, but they're 2 for $17 at the moment. I keep this dusting cloth in my car for times like this. The car in front of me is just about to drive out, which means I'll be able to just pull out of my spot. But since I'm sitting here for a second, give everything a quick clean. Nothing crazy, but better than nothing. What a win. Do you ever feel like you just can't sit down and focus when things are a mess? Because I know that this is not that messy in the grand scheme of things, but I need to sit down and edit, and this is too much for my brain. So I'm gonna give it a quick tidy, and I think I'm gonna film it in case I can turn it into like a reel or something. Okay, not perfect, but significantly better. I'm also gonna run the vacuum, because even though I ran it yesterday, somehow the floor is just not feeling very clean. We're really gonna have to move this box at some point, Gilby, but you just seem to love it so much. We're gonna need the litter that's in this box. Oh my Gilby. You are the cutest thing. This is nonsense. 28 minutes and 25 seconds. And I still have all of this footage. This is nonsense, Steph. I'm talking to me. I've got to stop yapping so much. I'm gonna have to cut a whole bunch of this out. Please tell me what you think about the length of vlogs, because I try not to make them boring, but I'm also just such a chatty Cathy, and I just yap. And I don't know if that's boring or if that's good, because I like to have this kind of stuff on in the background, but I don't know about you guys. Just had acupuncture, just got back, which was so good. I mentioned last week, I think, that I usually go every 2 weeks, but I had an appointment last week as well because I just really needed it. And it's really nice to feel pretty good, honestly. And like, I don't need another appointment next week. Back to kind of normal after the crazy like end of year, start of year madness. So that's really nice. And let's not get it twisted. I definitely have sat here in the car for about 20 minutes just scrolling and answering TikTok questions and stuff. I'm also really bummed because I just discovered that Costco, I ordered through them with DoorDash the other day, and it was a fantastic experience. And I was so relieved because ordering through Costco definitely helps us keep our grocery budget down and just generally makes things easier, because buying in bulk makes things easier, at least in my book. I was really happy with the experience. It only cost an extra $3 or $4 on what it would normally cost to go in ourselves, but it saved me 2 or 3 hours of my life.
And now I went in to check the prices that I paid because someone wanted to know how much I paid for things. And now it's got like a $21 long distance fee. And I was kind of surprised that there wasn't some kind of fee, but $21 seems a little extortionate to me. I know they need to make money, but the prices are already more expensive than in store. And I feel like if the long distance fee was like $5.99 or something, I'd be okay to pay it because it does save so much time. But yeah, I'm not paying $21 to get my Costco stuff delivered, like 21 extra dollars. Time to head inside and get stuck into some editing and just see how the day goes. I need to make dinner tonight and I need to wash my hair, which is always kind of a mission. Let's get going. Exciting plans today. I am heading off to visit a friend. She does not live close, so it's been a bit of a plan, but we're gonna go thrifting. I'm so excited. I've only been thrifting a couple times this year so far with my little no by year exception of a thrift budget, and she knows all the good op shops. She's so good at op shopping, so exciting day. Home. Oh my gosh, I feel very windswept. It was one of those Melbourne days. It's that in between summer and autumn, which is lovely because it means we're actually going to get an autumn this year, which I'm very excited about. But it was, you know, cold and gloomy this morning to the point where I took a cardigan with me, and by the time we were out and about it was warm. So I had a very, very lovely day. We got some food for lunch and had a good chat, and then we went thrifting. We went to 4 different shops and we both found a few treasures, which is great. This was my first find. It was this cute little cottage. This was only 50 cents. I feel like someone may have hand painted this. I'm on a mission to collect all of the Outlander books in physical form. I don't read a lot of physical books. I primarily read on my Kindle, but I do like having physical copies of my favorite media, including DVDs and things like that as well. This was only $3 and it's in really good condition, and I love that someone has clearly loved and enjoyed the book. I also got a book for Matt that he wanted, and then 2 other like non-fiction books. I also got Matt this flannel shirt from Uniqlo. This was $7. I feel like it should have been more like $5, but that's okay. And then I got some wall things because my eventual hope is to get rid of these canvases and do like a gallery wall. And so I just want to collect things for that. And so I found this painting, which I think is just beautiful, and it's actually painted, so I don't know if you can quite see in the video, but this is very textured. It was $1.50. So that will be up there at some point. And then I also got this, which is very cottagey and I love it. It says warm hearts, warm hearth, loving home, open home, which is very much the vibe that we want to have in our home. I'm thinking it might be nice to paint some like white vine sort of leafy vibes around the edge just to brighten it up a little bit. It's a tiny bit too brown for my tastes. My friend found a Tiffany lamp and like a great photo frame and an Emma Bridgewater milk jug, which was so cool. I'm so happy for her because she loves Emma Bridgewater. Just such good finds. And after a lackluster start to the year thrifting wise, it was nice to go to a completely different area and have success. So all up, I think I spent $28. Not too bad at all. What a successful Thursday.
I was really hoping when I got the notification that an Amazon box had been delivered, I was really hoping that this was going to be my hair dye. Sorry, that's very loud. Alas, it is not. It's the filters for the air purifier, which is good, but my hair dye was meant to arrive on Monday. It's now Friday, and I have it in my calendar to dye my hair tomorrow. Come on, Amazon.
One of the ways that I save money without, I guess, sacrificing the things that I like is by dyeing my own hair. And I was very excited to put that into this vlog as well. I have it on a subscribe and save with Amazon, and I used to have no issues with it when it was delivering every 8 weeks. Something about it delivering every 6 weeks is not going well for me. Essentially, it was out for delivery and it never arrived, and so it's now been long enough that I can request a refund, which I've just done. I've just taken the laundry out of the machine and noticed that this was sitting funny. I feel like this is not meant to be separate. There is a screw in there, so I'm assuming Matt will be able to just take this off and hopefully screw it back in. I'm gonna just let Matt fix it, because as much as I can, he will do a better job of this kind of thing. This kind of explains, though, the last stuff that I washed, a couple of things did have like a bit of a greasy mark on them, and I was really confused. I'm wondering if that's come from here. I just hope that, I don't know, like the thread on the screw or something hasn't like shredded itself. Because if this is the way that it breaks, that's gonna be a really stupid break. Like, everything still works fine. Technically, I could still run the machine even without this. Stay tuned, I guess. We are
being thrown leaves at by the trees. Stop it.
We are out and about because, you know, the washing machine that I showed you and
I know of it.
Was really hoping that it was just going to be as simple as screwing the bit back in. Technically, yes. Technically, it was possible to just screw that piece back in. However, Matt's theory, because he did reattach it and then we tried to run another cycle and it was making a really awful noise. So then Matt tried just running it on like a drain and spin because there was water in the machine and really awful noise. And Matt's theory is that something's happened with the actual motor underneath that, you know, makes the agitator do its thing. And that's why it's completely come unscrewed, because it shouldn't come unscrewed. It shouldn't be possible for it to come unscrewed. So we're going washing machine shopping. Woo. lot of really nice furniture in here.
It's all really expensive, so it's not that dangerous.
This is not avoiding the KitchenAids. They have the really cool bowls. Stop for a quick snack.
Energy replen.
We did not expect to be driving so far to look at washing machines. So I got a Happy Meal as always because it's cheap and it's meant to make me happy, right? Oh gosh, I even look windswept and tired. It's very hot outside today. It's going to be 38 degrees I think today.
Car says 34.
And then Matt got free chips. I just need to find the Becco, whatever they're called. This was the other one I was looking at. Oh no, don't tell me the dial's bad.
Let's try the dial. Look, it's not as bad as the Westinghouse.
No, it's still terrible though.
Okay, currently we're deciding about out of this one. And I think it's essentially this one, but the smaller one.
Yeah.
So we're just looking at fridges for the fun of it at this point, and we just opened this one. Why is there a trunk in the fridge?
I wonder if that means it's made in China.
Oh dear. JB Hi-Fi is no deal because...
Everything's on back order.
Yeah, we've definitely decided on the LG. JB Hi-Fi, it was on back order, but we were kind of leaning towards not ordering through JB anyway. The Good Guys seems to be the best place to get a good deal. They were going to take like $30 off the ticket price, and it's
And the salesman was lovely.
already on sale. The salesman was lovely, and the delivery will actually get it to us tomorrow. Technically, we can survive a few days without a washing machine, but
we don't want to.
no, I just want to like get it sorted. I am that kind of person. Like, I just want it to be sorted and done. We're going back to the Good Guys, which I kind of had a feeling we were going to anyway, but at least we've narrowed it down and we know which one we want now. Like,
Yes.
we're going back going, this is the one we want. The only question now is to see whether we want to bother with getting a gift card, like a discounted 5% off gift card. I think it's worth it on a purchase this big, because even 3% off 570, like, you're still saving another like $20 or something, so
Yeah.
it's worth doing, I think. We've made a pit
Oh,
stop
wait, there's heaps of them.
because we're gonna take advantage of this quite extremely to get bonus points.
These two.
And we're not even done.
That's it.
Nice. So it's raining. It's so loud.
Another lazy afternoon. The clouds covered in gray. Third coffee of the day. Almost fell asleep on Zoom. I yawn at the display. Third meeting of the day. But I can hear raindrops that dancing on the roof. It's like they're calling out, don't lose your youth. 'Cause I can stay inside and step away inside. Oh, make today just a little less mundane. Oh, I can stay inside and step away inside. Oh, take today. Oh, doesn't it?
We're gonna take off a blue thing.
Ooh. Oh, look at that. That's the Satisfy.
This is the bag of stuff. Just wondering if there's any useful instructions. Owner's manual, warranty card. What is that?
I don't read Thai.
There might be English on the other side. Before beginning installation. Oh, it's already installed.
I don't read French.
Okay, operation. Before first wash. Here we go. This is what I thought.
Before first wash, select the cotton wash program. Add half a round of the detergent. Start the appliance without clothes. This will remove possible residues and water from the drum that may have been left during manufacturing.
What's the detergent? We only had our detergent.
Well, I hope that's the detergent.
Oh dear.
Okay, let's do that.
Maisie's here too.
On. Ooh.
Fun.
Bit cotton. Oh, okay, and this is pre-wash.
Nice.
I think that was half. I mean, start the appliance without clothes.
There's no clothes in there, is there? Do we need to open the door and make sure nothing's inside?
There is nothing inside.
Congratulations. Woo! Honey, it's spinning.
Is it? Huh?
It was.
That's very quiet.
Oh, it spun the other way.
Cool. Says an hour and 15.
It's a really long cycle for no clothes.
It is.
Child, I naturally would see magic in the world around me. Now I often get
It is insane to me how insanely quiet this is. Even with clothes in it.
But I can hear raindrops that dancing on the roof. It's like they're calling out, don't lose your youth, 'cause I can stay inside and tap away inside. Oh, make today just a little less mundane. Oh, I can stay inside and tap away inside. Oh, take today, oh, dancing in the rain.
I don't often film on Mondays. I've kind of dedicated that as my not vlogging days for the purposes of doing these weekly vlogs, just so I get a break. But I realized I didn't finish the vlog yesterday, and I just wanted to kind of mark this moment, I guess. Like, I get that in the grand scheme of things, to a lot of people, buying a washing machine is probably not that big of a deal, but it's times like this that I'm really glad that I have YouTube and that I'm posting these vlogs and documenting these moments, because this is such a big moment in our lives after struggling for so many years. Hi, Gilby. With our finances and just feeling completely incapable of being adults and completely just not capable of saving money and having nice things and being able to buy things that are like just good quality, not even like super fancy, just like a solid piece of anything, a solid appliance that's not going to die in 3 years like the previous washing machine we had. It's such a big deal. I don't have the words to tell you how much of a struggle it has been for us to get to this point. And I'm so proud of myself, because as much as Matt has 100% been on board with all of this, he will be the first one to admit that all of this like financial growth has really been my baby, my brainchild, because it's the kind of stuff that I'm really passionate about. And he has been so on board, and we've definitely done this all together. But I'm the one that does the budget. I'm the one that, you know, searches out things like Upbank and makes the spreadsheets and all of that, because it's just something that I love doing and that I'm really interested in. And I'm just so grateful to myself and to other content creators that I've learned from in the past and now that have posted things and inspired me. I'm just so proud to be here and to know that not only did we not wipe out our emergency fund. Today's Monday. On Thursday I'm due to do the budget again, because I do it every fortnight, every 2 weeks. And I know, based on how much we have in our like pay savings account at the moment, that we're going to be able to fully replenish our emergency fund and then some. And we're going to have some money to start to put towards debt. And it's just been such a long time coming. And I know that for some people it's very easy, and maybe if you're one of those people, you won't fully understand why this is so meaningful to me, but it's been so hard for us to get here. You know, there's been so many excuses we've made and so much unhappiness that we've tried to fix with like buying stuff, and so many decisions that I would go back and change if I could. But yeah, it's a really big moment, and I'm glad that I get to document it and share it with you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really does help to support the channel and support the video, and I am so grateful for your support. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss new videos. I'd love to have you. And with that, I will catch you next week. Bye guys.